Hello and welcome to the Sunday special where we're going to be launching the March card kit. Sorry it's not live today, but I'm going visiting family, shall we say, and but I couldn't wait. I had to bring you this because it's so lovely, and this is our card kit. Now there's loads of different options for this one, so I'm going to go through all what we've got. I've got quite a few different samples to show you, some that I'm going to be doing now and some that I've already got done, and explain things as we go along. So, Snippables. Snippables by Hunky Dory is something that's been out for about 18 months, and I did a lovely workshop last year with the ladies, all with the Christmas ones. Now, these are the spring ones. So, with your card kit, you will get this lovely pad. There are 48 A4 sheets in it, and if you have a look you will see that they have got all the different images, between 6 and 8 I think there are on any one page. You've got them in different colourways. They look a bit funny at this moment in time, but you just wait. You've got butterflies, extras, you've got these which are for the letters, the wording. So you've got different colour backgrounds, but your main thing is the actual images. Okay, so you have got all of these. I'm going over a load at a time. So you can see the theme is the springtime theme here. So we've got daffodils, we've got tulips in a wheelbarrow there. All lovely, pretty colours, different kind of colour there. Beautiful wreath, bouquet, whatever you like to call it, of some very early blossom, which is really pretty. And we've got that in different colourways, I think. Yep, different colourways. And then we've got a welly boot, which is really pretty with pansies and tulips and really lovely. And then at the back, you've also got a selection of cards that have, or the backgrounds. So you've got an A5 sheet, so the A4 is split into two pieces, two A5s, and you've got it along the theme, which you could mix and match with any of them, but you'll be getting a good idea of what you could mix with what is on the background of these anyway, if you see what I mean. So you've got a lovely selection, and I think there's 3 or 4 of each design, tulips and a lovely foreground there, other flowers, butterflies, and then this one which I've already used here. So you've got your bubbles, which is for the little ones in the bath, and also the striped pink as well. So 48 sheets, and every option for your card kit comes with one of those. Okay, so I'm going to put that to one side for a moment. Then you will get an option of choosing any one of the 6 different dies that go with them. So I'll explain how they work in just a second, but I'm just going to show you the dies. So you have got, you've got the choice of a splashing time with the little bunnies in the bath, the Spring Delights Marvellous Wheelbarrow, which is this one, the Daffodil Basket, the Wishing You Flowers, a Special Bouquet, and then also the Welly Bouquet as well. So there's 6 different die sets in the whole lot, all of which match up with one of your, well, some of your pages in your book. Okay, you could cut them out by hand, but I'll show you the simplicity of how these are cut as well. Okay, so they work in a really fun way, and that is you simply take your dies. Now I've got them, this one's open, so I've got the little bee die that goes in this one. So you've got 3 in here. You've got the little bee, the words you're never more than a thought away, and then the actual die itself, which is just one die. And you simply take your image like this, you pop your die completely over it, and there's a lot of bleed on the edge, as they call it, to make sure that it will be perfect every time that you go through. So you haven't really got to match it up, you know, just moving it around a millimetre. It's really simple. You pop it over the top until you can't see anything underneath. So it's really that simple. So I'll show you in a second. And at the same time, they also cut out all of the little edges. So let me just show you on this one. Can you see all the cutting pieces on there? So you've got all these little bits, and as it says, snippables, this is what you snip away in order to make your background here. And when you open up your packet, you've got all of the instructions, should you wish to make it in this particular way that you like. So everything is included in there. Okay, so you simply snip away anything like that. Now you can do them in any way you like. I've done them in all sorts of different ways, so I'm going to show you the different ways that I've used them, but you have got the full instructions in your packet there, so you can do as you wish. Now, they also come with a matching stamp set. So let's grab this stamp set. So the welly stamp set is this one. So you've got the Wellington boot, you've got the little bee, but you've also got some other words, some flowers, windmill, and a little watering can, so that if you wish, you could have the die and the book as it comes now, but if you wanted, you could match it with an accompanying stamp set, so that you can use that when and colour the item in when the dies and where the stamps, oh goodness me, when the paper pad is fully gone. So you've still got lots of choice there. I'm also going to show you how it really enhances the actual paper pads images as well. So I'm going to show you that in a second. So just to run through, you have got all of the matching ones as well. So you've got the Wishing Your Flowers one, really pretty. You've got the Marvellous Wheelbarrow, Happy Retirement, I like that. Brighter Days Ahead, You're the Best, Thanks for All You Do, which is the Daffodil basket, and Splashing Time, Thanks for Being My Friend and Enjoy the Bubbles. And I think it would be a really nice one for babies as well, to be honest. So you've got lots of selection. So your choices will be one of the paper pads and your choice of die, but all of the dies are available as a bundle and matching stamps and whatever. So if you look over onto the Facebook Live section or the card kit section of MaximumCrafts.com, you will find all the different choices that you might want to choose from there. Okay, so let's get ahead and show you now, stuck to the back, just how these work. So I've taken some of this one, I've prepared most of it so that you can see, or I should say in this particular case, Jane has prepared most of it for me. Thank you, Jane. And you will see that we have got the welly boot. Now, what I'm just going to show you first is about using the stamps to enhance the image here. So I'm going to grab my stamping platform and I'm going to lock my welly boot in place. So I'm just going to lock it in place like that. I can put some magnets just to hold it there and there. And this just really picks out a lot of the actual patterns and bits and pieces. I'll show you what I mean. So we simply pop it straight over the top. They're clear stamps, you can see through them. You can stamp it, you can cut it out first and then put the ink on, but actually that just means I'm going to get ink everywhere and I'd rather not do that. So I'm just going to pick that up. Oh, don't need that bit of plastic in as well, do we? Let me just check that I've now got that in the same place. Yep. And ink that up with some VersaFine, just a light colouring. Pop that down over the top. This is before I've actually cut out anything, okay? And you can see that that has picked up the image. It's sort of shouts it out a bit more if you compare it to this one. Yeah, you can see that a bit more, I think. So I'm now going to show you how to cut that actually out. So this is what you would call decoupage as such, but it must be the easiest decoupage ever. And for anyone that finds things a little bit difficult with their hands, you might find that this would be so much easier for you to do. So we've got our our stamped image there, and I'm just going to pop that over the top. So as I said, so that you cannot see anything, pop some tape into place, and I'm going to then run that through my machine. And in order to do this, you've got, as I said, as many images as on your sheet. So some have got 6 images, some have got 8, but you can make as many layers as you wish. And each layer is cut out in exactly the same way. So every layer has this one die that you cut out. Oops. And as you can see, it gives you a really beautiful image. And it sort of enhances the bubbles, or the spots I should say. So let me just show you the 2 different ways. One is with the stamp and one is without. Okay, so I am going to nevertheless use that bottom one, but it's going to be hidden in this case. But I just wanted to show you how it all goes. So also in your card kit, you will get 2 blank centre stepper cards. This is the white background here. You'll get 2 of those, and you will also get a white template. Now the white template, because it's so easy, we were going to cut out different colours of backgrounds for you, and then we thought everybody likes different colours. Some people like greens or purples or pinks or blues, and they fit in with any of the colours that you're using on here. So we decided that it was such a simple template that if we just actually gave you this template, you drew around it and cut it out, it was even better, because then you have a choice. So you will get 2 card blanks and a card template in your kit. So I've already done that. I've already cut round a piece of lilac card, and I've also cut 2 little strips to go on my centre panel here. And then I've used the die set, a very old die set called Grace, and I'll show you that. Frames and Tags Grace, and I've used that because it's very pretty with all the different sides here. So I'm simply going to make up my pattern. I'm going to stick this one down first. So this is going to be my base, and that's going to go simply in the centre, just there. I'm going to stick this one down first. So, whoops, just going to put ordinary glue onto my centre. Let's find the welly boots where it should be. There we are. And then I'm going to use some silicone glue, some wet silicone glue, to simply pop these layers on. Now, as I said, they're all trimmed and snippable at the base, but I'm following the pattern inside the card for this one, just bending it very slightly to give it a bit of an oomph. And I'm just going to add, you could add, I'm using silicone glue, but you could use foam pads, whatever is your preference when it comes to decoupage. So it simply is cut out as many layers as you wish. Now, and the ones I'm going to show you in a second, I haven't cut out as many layers, because the more layers that you cut out, pop that into place there, the more layers that you cut out, the less cards you could do. But of course you could just use one, and that could be your topper, as opposed to actually a I think I should have been cutting that piece away, so sorry about that if I ignored your instructions, Jane. So we're layering up, and because I'm bending them very slightly and because I'm using the glue, we are going to get a little bit more of movement. So here's another one. So just layering up each time, and you just simply cut out, snip out. Oh, got to find where it's going to go. Hold on, upside down. That one's going to go there. this little one. So I'm just going to give it, don't really need to move it at all, but so layer 4, as it says, number 4. Got it upside down again. Have I got it upside down? Yeah, I did have. So that goes simply straight on to the one that's underneath. Do you know what? I actually like it with just 4 layers, but as we have them, we will go a bit further. So we just keep on layering it up. And follow the instructions on the inside of the packet, just snipping away as you go. And then just that last one is the daffodil. Oh, let's get it round the right way. So I'm just following the daffodil that's on the layer before and just chopping that one out. Okay, like that. So you can see that it's got lots of layers. Yeah, hold it like that. You can see all those layers. We can put embellishments. We can put the little bee that comes with it. Just about to come and see what's what. You can put some of the little bits that you snipped out, can go, the flowers can go down the side. You've got room for your sentiment, all sorts. But that is your basis. Okay, so that's your welly, what was it called? Welly bouquet. Okay, so that is one card for you. Now I'm going to bring in some of the others. So this one has already been finished, so thank you, Jane, to this beautiful one. This is the wheelbarrow one, and as you can see, this is done with foam pads to give you a different idea of how you might put them together if you haven't got the silicone glue. So the little tiny foam pads, and using all the layers, so 7 layers on there. But really, really pretty. I think this is the one that says retirement on it as well. So you've got a lovely one there with your wheelbarrow. And then I'm going to bring in some of these that I'm just going to make up. So here we've got our bath. Oh, wait a minute. Let's get the right name for it. A splashing time. So this is the splashing time, and all I've done with this one is I've cut out the layers already, and I've made my own bits and pieces where I wanted to cut them. I've only got 3 layers on there to be a bit frugal, but also to make sure that it still looks as if it's moulded. I've cut out my word as well, which comes with that, have a splashing time. And I've got a 5x7 card blank, which I've cut out a slightly smaller layer, again in the lilac, for that. I've then taken one of the sheets from the back of the card, which is the one with the pinstriped, pink pinstriped, and I've put into the corners the lovely Victoria corner die from John Next Door. And I'm simply going to pop some glue onto that, make sure that that will have places to stick amongst there. And pop that into the centre so that the lilac card shows through, which is very nice. I've used another circle from Grace, oval, and I'm going to pop that into the centre like that. And then going to bring my little bunnies down to the bottom because I want to put that in at the top. So they're going to come off of the actual background. Just simply pop my glue onto the back of that. Bring that down so that it is off of the centerpiece there. And then just a little bit of glue onto here to stick my sentiment. So they can be as simple or as complicated, complex, shall we say, as you wish. So that is our have a splashing time. Be lovely for a youngster's birthday card. Put a number 1 or 2 even up there, or welcome to the world type of thing. So that is our lovely splashing time ones. Then I'm going to take my, I'll grab them over here. I'm going to take my bouquet daffodil basket, which I've already cut out. You can see perhaps that I've cut out those layers. Can you see? So only about 3 or 4 layers in there. 4 layers in that one. But just give it a little thing. So then I've taken a 5 3/4 by 5 3/4 square card. I'm going to make it into an easel. So I've already cut out these pieces. So I've cut out some avocado green card at the back. And that is going to be my first layer. And then I've chosen another one of the papers from there, which gives you the sort of field of daffodils and the sky there. So I've just cut that one piece and trimmed it down. So that's going to go in the centre. And then on the front, I've folded that piece in half. I've got another piece of the avocado green that's going to go on to that piece only, because that's going to be our easel. And the top of the piece of card that was from there, I've trimmed that down so that that fits nicely just inside. And that goes into the centre like that. Then I've taken my Grace again, and this time I've cut it out of the avocado. And then I've used the second die down, which is just a corresponding plain edge, and I've just put some ink onto, just cut that out of the white card. I'm just going to pop that into the centre like that. And then because it's going to sit up as an easel card, I'm only going to stick it down to the bottom, well, not half even. Okay, so that's just, it is more or less half. Just putting glue on the bottom part there and with the card shut so that we can see where it goes nicely. We can pop it there into the centre. And then our basket is just going to go into the centre there. With a bit of glue. It's just the right size to go onto there. And then I've taken another strip of white card with a piece of the avocado again, so all just the sort of waste of it really. And this is just to make the stopper for the easel. So I'm just going to trim that down. So they're all basic cards that you can do. We've got the stepper card in the kit so that it's something a bit different for you, but you've also got these which just make, you know, ordinary cards, shall we say. Well, they're hardly ordinary, are they? Pop a bit of foam onto the back of that so that it brings it up. Take the backing off. Add a bit of extra glue onto there. Open my card up, and I think that I want that to go about there because I don't want to detract from the daffodils down the bottom. So I'm just going to stick that down there, and then when my card sits up, it sits up like that. I'll show you sideways as well. Okay, and of course you could put a sentiment along there, or you can take the sentiment from the pack and put it down here or anywhere you like. So again, that's a really simple one, and that's the daffodil basket. And then I just want to finish this one off. This one is absolutely stunning. This is the, now what did we call this one, folks? This is the Wishing You Flowers. So this is a very simple one, cut out and layered up with all the layers here, as you can see, with all little foam pads. So that is very simple. And just as simple, I have just done this version. This is a 5 by 7 card again, and I've already cut that out. I've cut out using my stitch dot rectangles a couple of layers, and I've used azalea pink and magnolia pink in order to just give a contrast. But again, you could use any different colours that mix with this. There's so many different pastels that you could go with. So just going to add those 2 layers to my card front, and I've taken the third die of Grace, and she's going to go in the centre. But let me just show you what I wanted to do with these first. So I wanted to show you the Snippables side of it. So I've cut out 4 of these from my pack. There were 6 on the page, so I've cut out 4. So one is going to be my base, so I won't cut anything from that. My second one, I'm going to snip away these flowers here and here, okay? So I simply either look that way or this way, but I literally snip. And I haven't got to worry about cutting because they have already been cut for me. I haven't had to go carefully round all the edges. I just snip and loosen them. So you can see that I'm not having to fiddle. I'm just snipping it away. So I'm going to save those pieces here. Okay, so that's my second layer. Then I'm going to take another piece, and this time I'm not only going to snip away these pieces, but I'm going to snip away the leaves here and the little yellow flowers. So again, I'm just snipping, okay? I'm not cutting, I'm just snipping it away. And that's what the beauty of Snippables is, that you do not need, I've got to work out where I'm going, you do not need to cut anything. It's just snipping something that's already been cut for you. So just follow the areas where one can snip. And again, if you like decoupage but you're finding it difficult because of your hands or something, this is just a lovely way, just following it round. And trim this little one off as well. So just snipping. And then I'm going to finish up my layer with just my rose, or whatever it is. Is it a rose? Hopefully you can hear it literally snipping. Very relaxing. If you like decoupage but you find it a bit fiddly, you can see how quickly I've done that. And it really wouldn't be fiddly at all. Now I'm going to save some of these bits because I do want to actually make a slightly different thing out of this. So I'm going to bring in my thing, and I'm thinking about putting this slightly up the top. So let's just go with the base and see where that should go. I'm kind of thinking like that. So let's just stick Grace down. Just a bit of glue around that outer edge and stick that down to slightly one side. Okay, slightly to one side. Then I'm going to stick my floral piece along here. So just coming down here a little bit. Don't want to go off the card, but I just want to go slightly off. So then we come with our next layer and we can bend it slightly and get some really good sort of movement in it. So again, I'm using the silicone glue. You can use pin flare. This one is Dovecraft and it's quite good. Quite liking it. But you can use your little foam pads or whatever you prefer to use, but you've got to get your layers and your depth on it. So lots of little dots onto that one and then into place like so. Then these, and I'm actually going to bend these upwards so that they show a bit more. And just put some lobs on the back. So this will take a little while to dry, the silicone glue. whereas opposed that's the downside of it, that if you want it quickly you would use to your foam tape. So there. Doesn't give as high a height, or deeper height, whichever one would say, but I think it dries clear so you can't see it, and I think it gives quite a nice effect. So everyone to their own. Now we've got to find this the right way round, which is that way round. So that's going to go on top of there. And then I just wanted to take some of these little sprays that I've got and just add these to the top bit up here, I thought. So what do you think? I think they would look quite nice. Just add it up here. So I'm just going to... Oh, no, this one needs to go straight down. Don't think I want to. I'm going to snip away that bit there. So again, just snipping. Wrong glue. Just want this one flat, don't I? So just pop that on the edge, and maybe decoupage just those little ones. So again, it's already cut. Just snipping them out. And then use a bit of glue on there. So I'm just going to do the 2 layers on there. I could go more, but just do 2 layers. And then I've cut out the sentiment that comes with the actual pack there, wishing you the best. So there's so many different ways, different designs, different ways of using the kit. So as I said, the kit includes one of the stamping pads, oh goodness me, not the stamping pads, one of the image pads, and I'm going to show you it all in a second. Let's just do one job at a time, shall we? So let's just pop our sentiment into the centre there. I think the sentiments are nice too, wishing you the best. So yeah, we've got this sort of one here. So let me just bring in all of the different things that we've got. Oh, and we've also got, of course, the little girl, which is the only one that I haven't done a sample for. But I think you get the idea. She's already cut out, ready to go. And I have stamped all of the images. Oh, that's not stamp. I've stamped all of these so that the dots on her dress show up well, and chopped her legs off. And so you've got lots of choice there. So let me bring in our different bits and pieces so that you can see them. So as I said, your kit includes one of the packs like this. So the Spring Delights paper pad. You will then get a choice of all the different dies to go with it. So you have got this one here, which is the Wishing You Flowers, which is a die set here. So you will get your die set, okay? And that made this one. Also available is the stamp with it. You will then have a choice of maybe the barrow, Marvellous Wheelbarrow, and that was this one. So you will get your paper pad, your die, your stepper cards and your stepper template to make this one, and the stamp is available as well. Okay, then you have a choice. Oh, let's pop that to one side a second. You have a choice of the basket. So your paper pad and your basket, stamp also available, and I made the easel card with it, and that is the Daffodil basket. And then you've got the Splashing Time, which is this one. And again, you've got the stamp if you wish to go with it. And then you've got, and I haven't got the sample for it, you have got the die for, what's this one called? A special bouquet. And of course the stamp to go with it, which has gone for a walkabout. Somewhere safe, I think, don't you? It's here somewhere. You know what it's like. But there is a stamp to go with it as well. So you've got lots of different choices. There is also a special bundle. So if you wanted the card, the pad with all of the dies, that's available, and all of the stamps and all different connotations. But your basics is just one of the dies and one of your pads. So something that you can really enjoy making. So that's it for today. As I said, all of your lovely things will be available over on the website of maximumcrafts.com, and you will have lots of different choices there. So let me just bring in both of those so you can see what we're talking about. And as I said, each one will also have the template and 2 of the side stepper cards. So there's quite a bit in there for you to have a choice of, and your template to cut out whatever colour background that you want there. Okay, so I will be back on Wednesday. The kits will be going out as from the, let me just check the date. They will be going out from the 9th, I think it is. Just trying to see. Yeah, they will be going out from the 9th of March. So that's this Wednesday. You know, expect them towards the end of the week there. Okay, so thank you very much for joining me. Hope you have a lovely day. Hope you like these kits. If you do, go and take a further look, and don't forget that this video is there all the time for you to refer to as to suggestions and ideas. Okay, so hopefully I will see you again on Wednesday. If not, I'll be back next Sunday, and yeah, take care till then. Thanks very much. Bye.